What actually mass is. Today we have a really simple question. That is, here I have a wood piece. So, where should I look for its mass? What actually is mass? As we all know that anything that has mass and occupies space is known as matter. Mass is the amount of matter contained in the body. Now it's really hard to define what actually mass is in its true physical sense. Of course, I can measure what its mass is, but we don't know what actually we are measuring. One of the greatest philosophers, Epicurus, said that nothing comes into being out of which is non-existent. So what Epicurus is basically trying to say is that nothing magically appears out of nothing. Now there's a basic corollary to that. That is, something cannot be reduced to nothing. So that is, if nothing can come out of nothing and something cannot be reduced to nothing, that means something in between both of them is in form of something. That is the thing that ancient Greeks found out, atoms. And further, the Greeks speculated on the same and found out different properties of the matter. One of them being mass. Now, of course, we know the gravitational force. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force called gravitational force. And the formula is F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. Now, mass is the property due to which the gravitational force exists. The gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of the masses and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So therefore we can consider mass as a property of matter due to which gravitational force exists. Similarly, it's really hard to define what actually a charge is. Charge is nothing but a property of matter due to which the electrostatic force exists. So similarly, mass can be considered as one of them. Now here we are getting quite a few answers. Now we know what it's made up of. It's made up of indestructible atoms, and atoms have the property called mass. Now there are two types of masses. The inertial mass, that is in the Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. That is the force required to change the state of motion, and the mass because of which the gravitational force exists. Now Einstein unified these both masses. So it's a really important question what actually mass is. As we saw, there's no gravitational force without mass, or is it? In modern particle physics in 2012, it was found that photons, which don't have mass at all according to Gauss symmetry, but photons are found to be attracted by the sun even though it don't have mass. So it's a really interesting observation. Now what actually mass is in its more physical sense and its modern development is a much more deeper concept and is really interesting. I would discuss the same in the next video. It's part 2. Till then, stay tuned, and as always, thanks for watching and be with me.